24 minutes after takeoff, cruising at 36,000 feet. Then came the cough. Inside the cockpit, Captain Dale sipped his coffee. The hum of the engines was steady and the sun cast a soft glow through the windshield. The pilot chuckled, glancing at his cup. "This coffee's trash. I swear these beans are made of regret." The co-pilot smirked, adjusting her headset. "Be grateful, Captain. Last flight, they forgot mine completely." "One day I'm gonna bring my own, ground it fresh, no more sky sludge," Dale said, unimpressed. They laughed together, then, suddenly, the captain went still. The co-pilot turned, confused. "You good?" Dale's face turned pale. His eyes widened in shock. He grabbed his chest, knocking the coffee from his lap. The cup spilled, splashing dark liquid across the console. "Captain? Are you okay?" The pilot collapsed forward onto the controls. The autopilot disengaged with a sharp beep. Alarms wailed. The plane lurched, sending Dale backward. He slumped to the ground, unconscious. The co-pilot jolted in her seat, heart pounding. She scrambled for the radio. "Mayday! Mayday! I need medical assistance in the cockpit. Now!" In the cabin, a flight attendant appeared on the intercom. Her voice was composed but tense. "Ladies and gentlemen, we are experiencing a minor issue up front. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened." Passengers exchanged glances. Some frowned, others dismissed it. Then, a loud thud echoed from the cockpit. Whispers erupted. Was that the pilot? Did something happen? Why aren't we flying straight? Panicked voices of passengers rang through the plane. The plane suddenly jerked left. Violent. The co-pilot slammed her head against the instrument panel. Her body went limp. She collapsed beside Dale. The plane's nose dipped. Hard. Screams tore through the cabin. People fumbled with their seatbelts. Others froze in panic. A mother clutched her baby tightly. A businessman vomited into a paper bag. Grace, a senior flight attendant, rushed to the cockpit. Her face was drained of color. She grabbed the intercom, bracing herself against the bucking walls. "Does anyone know how to fly a plane?" she shouted. The plane shook again. Grace lost her balance and crashed into the door. Her hands trembled. She began praying quietly at first. Her voice grew louder with each jerk of the aircraft. She couldn't even remember the last time she'd prayed. Maybe Christmas? Then, from seat 12A, a voice, small, shaky, clear. "I can do it." Everyone turned. A boy, skinny, maybe 10 years old, stood up. Tousled hair, a Marvel t-shirt, chewing gum. Grace stared, confused. A younger attendant hurried to his side, whispering urgently, "Sweetie, please sit down. This is not a game." "I'm serious," the boy replied. "I can fly the plane. My dad taught me." A passenger nearby groaned. "Oh my God, we're all going to die." He leaned forward, vomiting again. The cockpit door swung open. The co-pilot stumbled out, dazed. Blood dripped from her nose. One of her eyes was swollen shut. She made it 2 steps before collapsing in the aisle. Someone screamed. Another person started praying loudly. Families held hands. Phone calls to loved ones began. The boy didn't stop. He walked toward the front. People parted for him like the Red Sea. Some prayed. Others simply stared, too shocked to move. He stepped into the cockpit. It was chaos. Flashing red lights, wailing alarms. The plane groaned. The control stick jerked against its restraints. Altitude numbers spun downward. The boy climbed into the pilot's seat, his small fingers wrapped around the yoke. "Okay, Dad," he whispered, "I've got this." 6 months earlier. Snow fell outside a small wooden hangar. Inside, a man in uniform, Jaden's dad stood beside a flight simulator. Jaden, in the same Marvel shirt, sat inside. "You know, son," his father said, "and flying isn't just about buttons and sticks. It's about feeling the sky in your bones." Jaden grinned. "I want to feel it in my bones and my belly." His dad laughed, ruffling his hair. "Then listen close. If you're ever in the air and something goes wrong." He knelt, meeting his son's eyes. "Don't freeze. Don't panic. Trust your gut. And never stop flying." Jaden glides alongside his dad. Landing simulations, emergency drills, blindfolded exercises, smiles, focus, repetition. Now back inside Delta Flight 276. The plane's alarm screamed, "Terrain! Terrain! Pull up! Pull up!" Jaden's hands trembled. He whispered, "Okay, throttle steady, flaps down, nose up." He grabbed the radio, pressed the button. "This is Delta Flight 276. Pilot and co-pilot are down. I'm 10 years old. I'm flying the plane." Static. Then chaos. A voice from the tower came on. "Is this a prank? Who's assisting you, son? Is there an adult in the cockpit?" "I have YouTube," Jaden said, "and my dad." He tapped the voice memo. His dad's voice filled the cabin. "You're the pilot now. Trust your gut. Keep calm. Fly the plane." In the cabin, panic grew. Passengers cried. Some screamed. Others said goodbye in texts. One man banged on the cockpit door. "A kid is flying the plane. We're all dead." Another shouted back, "Leave him alone. He's our only shot." Inside the cockpit, Jaden's face was soaked in sweat. He shook as the left engine sputtered. Fuel blinked red. "I don't know if I can make it." Jaden cried out, "I've never flown anything this big." The tower answered, "Yes, you can. You're almost there. Eyes on the horizon. Keep her level." Suddenly the plane dipped, screams behind him. "No, no, 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 come on!" Jaden shouted, yanking the yoke. His foot slammed the rudder. The plane steadied. "I am the pilot," he whispered. "I am the pilot." Rain blurred the windshield, then dots of light. The runway appeared. "You see it, Jaden?" the voice from the tower asked. "Just a few more miles. Gear down, flaps extended." Jaden reached for the controls, lowered the gear, his breath shallow, hands trembling. "Wind's rough," the tower warned. "Be ready for bounce. Let her float." The plane descended. Everyone braced. Boom! Screech! Silence. The wheels stopped. The plane was safe. Jaden sat frozen, hands on the yoke, breath racing. The cockpit door opened, clapping, crying, shouting. "Jaden, Jaden, Jaden!" Medical crews rushed in. The captain and co-pilot were lifted onto stretchers. The next day, headlines everywhere. "The boy who saved the sky." Photos of Jaden in his Marvel shirt flooded news outlets. TikTok, CNN, Instagram, reporters swarmed. "How did you do it? Weren't you scared? What do you want to be when you grow up?" Jaden shrugged. "I did what my dad taught me. I flew the plane." And now, whenever Jaden walks through an airport, people don't just see a kid. They see a pilot. The boy who didn't panic. The boy who saved 138 lives at 30,000 feet. And somewhere not too far, his father watches with pride. "One day you'll save the sky, Jaden." And he did.